Welcome to a short video on the calculation of the weighted average cost of capital. Now, weighted cost of capital, or marginal cost of capital as it is sometimes referred to, is calculated using this formula here. Now, the weight or the amount of the three methods to raise capital is multiplied by their individual cost, and then all three are added up. As a visual stimulus, I made debt green, preferred stock dark red, and common stock blue. Now, debt is unique in that the cost must be calculated as an after-tax cost. The equation is quite straightforward. The difficult part is determining the weight of each of the components and their cost. Now, a firm's capital structure can be determined using the firm's 10K. To keep it simple, I'm going to go ahead and use Morningstar. Here's the capital structure for Yum Brands. Also, here's Yum Brands bond ratings, important for determining the cost of debt. Now, I've already placed these amounts here and here. I only need to use their averages, so I don't need to type the entire number in. Now, cost is difficult to determine. What you're attempting to find out here is what would it cost Yum today to issue bonds. The equation is not given. It's usually given in most textbooks, and it's different, but generally it starts with risk-free rate, our U.S. Treasuries, and then adds percentages based upon default rates. Now, remember Yum Brands triple B plus rating, maturity risk premiums, liquidity risk premiums. Now, I'm keeping it simple, so I'll leave out some of the interest rate theories. Now, Yum has no preferred stock, so we can leave it out. Finally, the cost of common stock. Now, this is based upon the capital asset pricing model, or CAP-M, which is in most textbooks they dedicate at least a chapter to. Now, here's the equation. Equity risk premium is just the market risk premium minus the risk-free rate. It's also the slope of the security market line in any finance textbook. And what you usually find is the steeper the line, the more risk adverse investors are. In 2010, it was estimated to be about 5.1% after surveying many analysts. Finally, the beta is just the slope of the stock as compared to some index. Generally, when I calculate my betas, I use the S&P weekly adjusted close for usually 3 years, but then do the same thing for the stock. But here, I'm going to go ahead and use 0.87. I obtained this by going to Yahoo, click on Finance, went to Yum Brands, went under his key statistics, and here was the beta. Now, once all the data is in, the weighted average cost of capital can be determined. In this case, it was 4.6. Now, I've clicked on the 4.6, and you can take a look up here, and there's the formula. Just be cautious if you use the same formula for your Excel that your cells may be different. It's the same calculation. However, we can also play with this and see what happens if the risk-free rate were to increase or interest rates are increased. You'll see that the weighted average cost of capital also increases. Or, for instance, the company becomes a little bit more risky and its beta rises to 1.5. Again, the weighted average cost of capital rises. Or maybe the cost of interest goes up, 1, because of the risk-free rate, or 2, their bond ratings drop. Let's say it goes up to 8%. Again, it changes the weighted average cost of capital, it increases as well.